So now a very important discussion to understand Spring concept, that is has a relation. So first of all, what is has a relation? Let me explain. So normally object has information. If it is an employee object, here it is. At some location object will be created. This is the address. Is an employee object, has data. Employee has information, employee number, employee name, employee mobile number, employee salary, employee address. Suppose like this. Now here the problem is after employee details, employee number is an individual value 101. Employee name is also individual value, suppose Amar. Employee mobile number also individual value. Employee salary also individual value. But employee address is not an individual value. Employee address is not an individual value. Address means what? It's not just a city. It's not just location, right? Address consists so many things. Suppose this is address. Address contains what is that street number, street name, right? So what is that city? What is that house number? Sometimes contains what? What is house number? What is that street? What is that city? What is that state? Right? What is that PIN number? If so much information you want to specify, that address, what is the address? That instead of writing all these things, simply you mentioned 8967 here. This is called has a relation. Employee has an address. This is has a relation. Has an or a, that is okay. This is has a relation. One object is holding the reference of another object. Has a means one object holding the reference of another object. Sir, what kind of variables get memory inside the object? Inside the object, instance variables get memory inside the object. So this also, suppose there is a class. There is a class. Class is a address which contains a house number, street, normally I'm writing city, state, and PIN number. Now this is employee class. Employee has number, name, individual values, mobile, salary. Now important one is it has address type also. Address. In number, which type? Integer type. Name, which type? String type. Mobile, which type? Long type. Salary, which type? Double type. But address is which type? It's not string. It is not holding a single value. It is holding multiple values. We know already. Multiple values of different types, nothing but object. This is called has a relation. Has a relation. This is how we are implementing has a. how we are implementing as a. Let me write the code. Very easy. So don't worry. Everyone will understand. Today I'll explain one example. First, I'll make address easily. I'll make address. Okay now. So first, I'm taking that class address. Inside that instance variables I'm taking, not only instance variables, let me take parameterized constructor, toString method also. We know all these things. String, I'm taking street and city, enough. Just street and city. State also, if you want to write, you can, but not required, enough. We know that these are the data is always private, na? Follow the rules. Parameterized constructor I'm taking. Setters and getters later. String street, comma, string city. String city, you know how to assign. This dot street is equal to street. This dot city is equals to city. This dot street and this dot city. This is the one. Okay, now toString method we are overriding. Override toString method, public string toString method. It will return street, and city. It will return street and city. See here, as of now, there is no has a relation. I'm just defining a class which contains two instance variables. I just overridden this one, right? See here, I'm taking one parameterized constructor to set the values, and to display the values, I'm just overriding the toString method. We discussed toString well. Here, no has a relation concept. In a main, I'm creating object of address. Addr is equals to new address of passing that street. Suppose Ameerpet, city is a Hyderabad. I'm passing these two values. Right now, simply if you want to display, you know that system.out.println only addr, just printing the details. ToString method will return just address. Like this, you can give the message also. All the details you will get. That returned value directly will display here. Simply, if you run the code, you will get the output is a Ameerpet and Hyderabad. As of now, there is no has a relation. Now, I'm taking employee class employee ID, employee name, and employee salary. Again, same story. I'm not defining any has a relation between. Remember, no has a relation as of now. Just individual things. ID, name, parameterized constructor, salary, this dot ID, this dot name, this dot salary, and overriding the toString method. Overriding the toString method is returning ID is comma name comma salary. ID, name, and salary. All the three returning. That is employee already defined. Where okay. I think in another example. Yeah. . In the same package, two classes we cannot define with the same name, the same error I got. Now here it is. Now here it is. Address employee. Now in the same way, I'm creating the object of employee. E is equal to new employee of employee ID, employee name, employee salary I'm passing. And I'm printing system.out.println employee details. Employee details. E I'm printing. See, as we are overridden the toString method, it will give the output. So both are giving properly. Address, Ameerpet, Hyderabad. Next details, employee details. All are giving. Now I am implementing the has a relation. According to the diagram, look at this. Now I am taking one extra variable, which is the class type variable. It's not primitive and it's not string. It's a class type. Here I am writing that one inside this employee. Now I am adding private address, any variable name, ADDR. So just like how you defined all these three, comma, you need to add address also, ADDR, and here also this dot ADDR equals to ADDR. So for four variables, four parameters, and assigning that four values completed. Look at this, the toString method is very, very important. How you are giving ID, name, and salary, you need to give that ADDR also. But here a very, very important point is, whenever you are calling this ADDR, what will happen? When you are calling this ADDR directly, it will call the toString method. This toString method will give the value to here. That value will be concatenated with the remaining values here. So ID, name, salary, in place of address, street and city will come automatically. That is the advantage of toString method. Why it is giving error? Only three values we have given. The fourth value, this is ADDR, you need to specify. After that, employee details, address, no need to print individually. If you want to print, you can print, no problem. Only address details will print here. When you are calling ADDR, this toString will display. Right? But here it is a employee details means what? Employee itself contains that address. So once again, you will get the details. Let me show you clearly. Look at this. When you display that address, okay, it's printing the details. But when you display that employee details, along with those details, address details also printing. This is has a relation, and we are implementing through constructor, nothing but parameterized constructor and overriding the toString method. In the same way, right, we can implement this has a relation using getter methods and setter methods also, that I'll explain in the next session. These two things are very, very important. Once you are good at has a relation concept in Spring and Spring Boot, you can easily understand the concepts of IOC, inversion of control, and dependency injection. All these are the concepts comes under loosely coupling concept. That loosely coupling also I'll explain in the next session, along with has a implementation once again. Hope you understood. Practice this.